What is up, everybody? Blind Metal Gamer here, and tonight the stream is dedicated to the late great Mr. Wrestling number 2, who sadly passed away just this past week. We are going to pay homage to him tonight with some online professional wrestling action. Again, we are using last year's game because, by God, that's how we roll here. And away we go with our very first match of the evening. Alright, so basically we do not have Mr. Wrestling 2 created, however we are going to be going live here tonight. And we're going to be paying tribute to him. Of course, Mr. Wrestling 2 passing away this past week at the age of 85. He competed in NWA, Georgia Championship Wrestling, Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling. And the one thing he was remembered for was wearing his famous white and black mask. I'll remember that to the day I am in the ground. And if you're wondering why we're on last year's game, the service for that is much, much better as opposed to 2K20. 2K20 absolutely sucked. I was going to do a tribute using that game, but I quickly reverted back to this because it's just much, much better. And just as you'll see, and already that we've got an opponent already coming up, so it's all good. Don't worry, we're going to have plenty of great wrestling action, all in memory of Mr. Wrestling 2. This whole card is dedicated to the memory of Mr. Wrestling 2. So don't worry, we're gonna pay homage to the man right. We're gonna do it the right way. No cameras in the stream, none of that crap. That'll come back when we play Mortal Kombat or a walkthrough or something like that. You know, oh, so really quick, I do have a question for everybody. What did everybody think of the PS5 reveal? That was nuts. And here we go. Our opponent for the evening will be Jason King. Alright. And those sounds. And the action begins now. Jacob King now in a bad way. Picks him up and slams him into the canvas with a suplex now. Jacob King now. We're going to town on this. It appears like he's got a metal body. Oh man, we'll just saw him, Metal Warrior. Here we go, up and down the canvas. And now Jacob. Fires him off, and no, misses with the clothesline, but he does connect. No, his opponent is out of the ring. And he's coming back now. Let's see what happens here. Just a quick little housekeeping note. There may be a special stream Sunday morning for some backlash. And now up and down. And now Jacob King now. Oh, he gets taken into the canvas. And now Jacob King. Yeah, I was, oh yeah. Okay, now, he did not get to reverse that as he had liked. Now Jacob in a bad way. Oh, no, he's not. He's not in a bad way at all, folks. He's not in a bad way at all, and no, he gets drilled into the canvas as Jacob by his opponent. And Jacob now, Jacob really going to town now. A low blow takes Jacob out of that move, and now his opponent, this robot, we don't know his name, Oh, he gets reversed. Now Jacob lifts him up and takes him down. And now Jacob lifts him up. Kick. DDT. Pin. 1, 2. No. Jacob says it's over. He's going for his finish. Lifts him up. Takes him down. 1. No. He went for that lock. That lock of his, but he did not get it on completely, enabling his opponent to kick out very easily here. And very reminiscent of an NWA wrestling match. Very competitive. Oh man. And I think what we're going to do for Backlash is Road to Glory. And picks him up. And takes him. Oh, Jacob now in a bad way now. He just tapped. Did Jacob lost to that machine. He almost had him. Had he put that lock on and slapped that on hard enough, it would have been good to go. It would have been good to go there. And it looks like this guy was, let's see here. AJ Styles. Gold. Oh my God, how did they do that? Right, AJ Styles Gold is who that was. Alright. Alright, that was a good match, but it's time to swap characters because that's how we roll here in the channel. We're not going to stick to one character here. And the reason, if it was Mr. Wrestling himself, we would, but... Alright. Next up will be... Let's see who we got here. Dustin Lewis. It'll be his turn to compete. We're going to have kind of a mix of old and new here tonight, folks. So how's everybody doing this evening? And like I said, the reason why we're doing it in this engine is because it's a lot easier, and I know it's a lot more compatible. Now, I did see the PS5 reveal. The freaking PS5 looks like a reverse cookie ice cream sandwich. It's an ice cream sandwich if the ice cream was chocolate in the middle. So yeah, tonight's stream all about Mr. Wrestling number 2. We're going to be competing in some great online bouts for you guys tonight. And we'll probably see Jacob Moore later on tonight, but again, maybe. But now this is all about paying homage to the late Mr. Wrestling 2, passing away just this past week. Cannot believe that another legend of pro wrestling is gone and that, you know, he's no longer with us. I saw this on the NWA YouTube channel, so shout out to the NWA YouTube channel for giving everybody the information and giving everybody the go-to on that. Again, Mr. Johnny Walker, aka Mr. Wrestling 2, dead at the age of 85. He passed away just this past week, so on June 10th. So just 2 days ago. So this is still fresh in everybody's mind. And me as a fan, I'll go on and say this much right now. Me as a fan, and as a content creator of wrestling, and as a just a fan of the NWA. I mean, I'm devastated because now we've not only lost Hana Kimura, up and coming Japanese wrestler, we've not only lost Shad Gaspard this year of Crime Time, but we lost one of the best wrestlers, one of the legends of professional wrestling, and I find it hard to believe that he's gone. And our next opponent will be... Alright. Yeah, alright. Dustin goes now up and to the clothesline, sending into the canvas. And now Dustin all over his opponent. And he goes on now, and his opponent, Death, reeling down, really having a bad way. We're going to do both tonight, of Online and Road to Glory, so don't feel bad. We're going to do both. That's the plan. At the top of the hour, we're going to go into Road to Glory here for you. Oh, man. Good pro wrestling action here, and great action at its best. The way it should be. Only befitting of the NWA, and Lewis now really going to work on his opponent. And Road to Glory is like nothing you've ever seen in pro wrestling. This version of it gets it right. We're using the WWE 2K19 version. 2K20 is just, oh my God, I tried to tribute with it, but I just couldn't. I felt like it wasn't of the quality that the NWA was known for, and now Dustin Lewis is in a bad way. Lewis now really in a hard go of it on this tribute show to the late great Mr. Wrestling number 2. Man. Now, in the reversal now, Dustin Lewis able to get out of that and takes his opponent to the canvas. Oh, not good. Death whipped him off, and now Death gives a suplex to Dustin Lewis there. Oh, no! Dustin Lewis now in a bad way. And he gets thrown to the canvas with aggression and authority there. Now Dustin Lewis ripping into his opponent now. See, this is the kind of wrestling that I love to provide. Competitive wrestling. None of that cutesy sports entertainment crap. None of that's gonna go here. A kick. And Dustin lifts him up and down. And no, he does not get the submission as his opponent Death finds a way out of it. Up, a reversal. And now Dustin Lewis taken down to the canvas with a drop kick. And now that rope break is saved it for Dustin. Man, that rope break was very imperative that he get on there. And Dustin now taken to the canvas with authority by Death. And Death really going to town on Dustin, dragging him out to the center of the ring. And Dustin may not have anywhere to go here. Let's see. No, he kicks out right into the 1 count. He's got a lot of life left in him. And Dustin now lifts up Death and drives him to the canvas. Now going to work on him. And and takes him down yet again. Up, and now Death lifts him up. Brainbuster type move there. And Dustin suffers defeat. My God, that was a good match. A very noteworthy bout. And once again, at the top of the hour, we will go to Road to Glory as promised. Road to Glory will be on the air at the top of the next hour. And now, time for our next competitor. Okay, so everybody in the chat, if you're wondering why I went back a year as far as 2K19, if you notice, 2K20 servers suck. It's totally unrefined. It's a buggy mess. Don't play it. It's just, oh my God. Alright, we're going to have Jeremy King now, paying tribute to Mr. Wrestling 2 in a match. Man, I can't believe the Mr. Wrestling 2 is gone. I mean, you know, I mean, I'll just tell you right now, one of my favorites. I mean, him and the Assassin. I don't know which one I liked better, Mr. Wrestling 2 or the Assassin. Alright. Ding ding ding. The next bout will be prepared very soon, and as we wait the next match, I do want to give a couple of shout outs. It wouldn't be a good YouTube without some shout outs for you. And my shout-outs are going to be to the NWA, the real NWA World Champion, Nick Aldis, and the NWA announcers Don Galley and Stu. I don't know his last name, but Stu, I'm going to shout out to them. Shout out to the Rock and Roll Express. Shout out to the Strictly Business. Shout out to anybody. Shout out to Melina Perez, Thunder Rosa. All you guys and gals in the NWA, shout out to all of you, because this was going to be the Crockett Cup. The Crockett Cup was going to happen back in April, but it got postponed due to the pandemic, the current health crisis. So now they're having to redo the whole thing now, and it sucks. Because I really wanted to see. We're going up against James. All right. Gordon James against Jeremy King. Alright, Gordon James now. Having his way with Jeremy King. Jeremy King, not the best of all pro wrestlers, but he wants to make a name for himself tonight, and this might be the way to do it on the Mr. Wrestling 2 Tribute Hour. Oh man, a reversal by Jeremy King now. Jeremy King really going to work on Gordon James. Gordon James now. Really in a bad way, as King has his way with him. So King might just pick up a victory here tonight on the Mr. Wrestling 2 Tribute Show. And Jeremy quickly thrown down to the canvas, and his opponent, James Gordon, really going to town on him. Man, I cannot believe that, I think we got Retro Mania Wrestling coming out next month in July. I think that they should put Mr. Wrestling 2 in the game and give him to everybody as a free DLC as in his memory. Don't make everybody pay for it. Just give it to all the, people that has bought the game for free as memory, or in memory of Mr. Wrestling 2. That would be awesome. And it would add another wrestler to this already stacked lineup of like 16 wrestlers. I think I was watching an interview with Retro Assault. And I think they said something about there will be DLC. I don't know if it'll all be free or not. I would hope it would be, because in my opinion that's the only way to go, is with free, because with everything going on right now, not everybody's going to have money to pay for DLC and all that. But alright, back to the match now. Jeremy King throws Gordon James into the buckle, but Gordon reversed it, and Jeremy countered that with a punch of his own. And now throwing Gordon James down to the canvas. And now Jeremy King has his way with Gordon James, and now is obliterating Gordon with that until he just, until that. And but then Gordon James now going back into routine. And Gordon now really taking care of Jeremy King on the outside. Oh, that's not good. That is not the way to be here, folks. And he's back in. King made it back in just in the nick of time. And now Jeremy King is getting assaulted by Gordon James now. Up. And James delivers that insane move to Jeremy. And Jeremy now taken to the canvas. Jeremy wants to get his finisher off. He wants to show the world what that finisher is. He may not get the chance. He may not. Let's see. Oh, man. All right. Jeremy King now up on the outside, and James Gordon goes after him, preventing Jeremy from getting back into the ring and breaking the referee's 10 count. Now Gordon James really should be on his, be a bit leery. He got Jeremy King back out of the ring. Again, breaking the ref's 10 count and preventing Jeremy King from doing any damage whatsoever. Now, Jeremy wisely goes back into the ring, awaiting his opponent to come back in after him. So he can do that. So he can pick him off at the very outset there. And now he says it's time to end it. Kick. Oh no, it gets cut short. That comeback attempt just got thwarted. And now Jeremy King fires him into the buckle. And he goes to town on him, goes up, and tornado DDT right there to his adversary, Gordon James, rather. Jeremy going for it. Hits it. It might be time. He says it's time to end this. And no. Oh, what a kick. What a kick. 1, no, 2, no. Gordon James not done yet. That is the power of this Mr. Wrestling 2 Pro tribute. Everybody wants to give a good match, and Jeremy King now really going to work on his adversary. Gordon James, and Gordon James now really going to work now on Jeremy King. Oh man, Jeremy King now really going in a bad place. I don't think Jeremy really is enjoying this all that much. Jeremy King in a very bad way. Justin King now. Oh, Jeremy now in a bad way. Gordon James now. Oh, he kicked out of that, did Jeremy. And Jeremy now really wanting to impress here. On this tribute to Mr. Wrestling 2. He's going to get it. Looks like Jeremy King might be getting his first win here. Kick. Oh, and a reversal. He could not get that off. That one maneuver he wanted to get that finishing move off, but Gordon James wouldn't let him. And that's because Gordon James is a smart wrestler. And I remember very distinctly back in the day, Mr. Wrestling 2 had a very specific finish. That knee, that running knee loop, once he hit that, it was over. You wasn't getting out of that. Gordon James now takes his opponent. Jeremy King to the canvas, and Jeremy King up. Jeremy King gets planted, folks. He might be out of it. He might be out. And there's the kick. There's that power bomb brainbuster maneuver. And it's over. Jeremy King gets defeated, and man, oh man, was that a hell of a match. Alright, at the top of the next hour. So after this next bout, we're going to go, and we're going to go into Road to Glory, just as we promised here. Alright, here we go. Alright, the next one up will be the Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff. All right. All right. Big Nikita wants to go in there and pay tribute to Mr. Wrestling 2. And, you know, as a lot of people are doing, I mean, my tribute's a bit unique in that you're seeing great wrestling. You're not seeing that cookie cutter 2K20 crap that you're seeing. And yes, I call it 2K20 crap because that's what it is, folks. WWE 2K19 is where it's at, baby! Ding, ding, ding! Alright, the Big Russian gonna go in and pay homage. We're awaiting his opponent right now, and then after this match, we will be going right to Road to Glory. No other matches We'll go right into Road to Glory. We're going to have the Terror paying his tribute. And it's going to be insane. Road to Glory, of course, the ranked match system. And oh man, I hope to God that in the next 2K simulation, they do the online like this, because I like it better. Oh man. And I'm hoping Virtual Basement is kind of like this as well. I will be getting that game and I will be playing it for you guys here on the channel. Oh my God, is he insulting? Oh, alright, here we go. Nakita. 6 on Scott's star or something. Scott Steppen going up against Come Off, wanting to give Mr. Steppen the beating of his life. He wants to show Scott Stevens the power of Jesus Christ. But Mr. Stevens did not want it. He wants to oppose Nikita in ways that Nikita is familiar. That's why Nikita is going, not only is he paying homage to Mr. Wrestling 2, he's got motivations for stepping into the ring tonight. This guy must really not like Nikita, and he must really hate the fact that Nikita is now a preacher and turned his back on professional wrestling, and turned his back on wrestling, and turned his attention and his life to Jesus. I don't think Mr. Steppen really likes that, and that's why Nikita is being handled like a rag doll in this match. Until he reversed that, and now Nikita coming back. And Scott Stevens really not impressed with the credentials of the Russian Nightmare. Said the Russian Nightmare was a fake and a phony going into this thing. The Russian Nightmare is very angry on a night when we're having to pay tribute to a legend in our business who passed away just this past week. This guy wants to come in here and ruin it for everybody. Nikita says no. He's going to come in here and pay tribute to Mr. Wrestling 2 the right way, by competing, by wrestling. He's going to wrestle. He's not going to come in here and do a lot of fancy hoo-ha and preaching, but he wants to teach Mr. Stevens a lesson, and that lesson is you don't disrespect the Russian Nightmare, and you do not disrespect his faith, because this is what will happen for those who disrespect Nikita Koloff and his faith in the world of not only Christianity, but in the world of pro wrestling. And just like that, Nikita got beat. And now Nikita is not happy. He wants another match. The board has decided to give it to him, so Nikita gets another stab at some possible redemption here. So Nikita now really wanting to get in there and get some revenge. Again, paying tribute to Mr. Wrestling 2. And again, at the top of the next hour, we're going to Road to Victory, or Road to Glory. Man. Boom. Alright. So yeah, we're going to have our next bout, and then Nikita, this will be the, looks like the final tribute match. Here we go. Here we go up against Scott, Ryan Gorman. Daniel Bryan, okay. Daniel Bryan takes on Nikita. And a kick. And Daniel Bryan now going up against Nikita. This is just a pure wrestling match. Just a pure wrestling match, no implications, no personal grudges like in the last match. Just a pure, good old-fashioned wrestling match. In memory of Mr. Wrestling 2, Daniel Bryan wanted to pay tribute. Nikita invited him in to compete, and Nikita said, sure, why not? We'll have a good match and give the people what they want. Good professional wrestling at its very best, and Nikita is on top, and Daniel Bryan quickly reversed that. And now Nikita being pummeled by Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan now pummeling Nikita in the corner. And Nikita now in a bad way. Really not in a good move. Up. And Daniel Bryan now being manhandled by Nikita. Look out. Nikita not much of an aerial wrestler. He's more of a ground fighter. Now Nikita gets sent down to the canvas with a clothesline by Daniel Bryan. And now Nikita gets up. And Nikita now is really taking it to Daniel Bryan with a suplex up and down into a slam type maneuver. Nikita really well versed in the world of pro wrestling, and he's showing that diversification of pro wrestling very easily now. And Daniel Bryan gets a suplex on there at the Big Russian. Using for a cover. And gets the victory. Oh, man. Good match. Alright, it's now time to go into the road to glory and go for glory in this next part of the Mr. Wrestling 2 tribute show. As we promised you, we're going into Road to Glory. So, and here on this channel, we always keep our word, so it's all good. There we go. Yeah, this is dedicated to Mr. Wrestling 2. Just great wrestling all the way across the board. None of that funny business. Alright, tonight is Extreme Rules. Alright, we're going to Raw is War for the next, which is Extreme Rules. They don't have Backlash, which is this Sunday, so this is based on last year's schedule. And our matches, I think, are going to be one-on-one. Let's look. Alright, so as we begin searching for our opponent, I do want to let everybody know that, again, this is for Mr. Wrestling 2. All dedicated to his memory. Alright, we begin our search for our next match. Our first in the Road to Glory section of the tribute tonight. Man, I can't believe it's already time for summer. And we're going to have a Summer Sizzler 2020 night number 2. We are going to have that. So, now that we have a stable foundation for our online matches. And you know what I'm thinking? The thing is, if Virtual Basement does their online game, or not online, but does the online mode right, and does not release their games on a yearly basis like WWE's been doing, if they take like maybe 2 to 3 years a pop, if this first one really gets over, then we're going to have a new franchise on our hands. WWE is going to have to step up their game. They're going to have to step up their game. And we are searching for our first opponent. Man, it's taking forever tonight. All right. All right. Alright, apparently there's not anybody in Road to Glory. Man, nobody's on Road to Glory tonight. And we'll get into some Road to Glory, don't worry. So what we'll do for now, since Road to Glory is kind of dead, and nobody's hopping on that tonight, we'll go back into WWE Live, do some more matches, and then kind of wrap up kind of early tonight. Alright, we're going to give King Kong Bundy a chance to pay tribute to Mr. Wrestling too. Man, the wrestling stars are coming out tonight. We're probably not going to be on the air all that long. I mean, this tribute won't take too much time, but I do plan to do some Road to Glory at some point, because I want to get back into that and get back into the ranked competitive scene. But tonight just won't be it. Tonight's just going to be friendly wrestling in memory of Mr. Wrestling #2 and his honor. So that's what we're doing it for tonight. Now, as for tomorrow, I don't know what I'll be streaming tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. But the big man, King Kong Bundy, he, you know, we're remembering, paying kind of tribute to him as well. Passed away, I believe, in 2018 or 19. But again, this is all from Mr. Wrestling 2. We're going to have some pop culture icons stepping into the ring too as well. So tune in for that. And Bundy really doing his thing there. So yeah, Mr. Wrestling 2 dies at age 85. This is the tribute show. As always, this is how we do things here. And now nobody wants to fight King Kong Bundy. Nobody wants a piece of him. Buddy wants to take on the walking condominium of professional wrestling. Up. I spoke too soon, as our next opponent is on their way in to face against Bundy. He says he's up for the challenge. So we're going to see what's up. But as I was saying, if the virtual basement game takes their time and they maybe release a game every 2 to 3 years, that could be the way to totally kill, compete with WWE 2K and all that. So, and it would give the game more longevity. So, that's going to be awesome. Alright. Hey, we're going against, looks like Alucard. Alright, Alucard against King Kong Bundy. King Kong Bundy definitely has the weight advantage and the height and the power. And Bundy picks up his opponent with ease and just is mauling his opponent. This is why King Kong Bundy was feared in the world of pro wrestling. Not only could he brawl with you, but he could move. He could move and really go to town on his opponent. That's what he's doing right now. And his opponent. It looks like it might be. Let's see. Oh man, it ain't Alucard. It's Jey Uso or somebody. Bundy's victim. His victim. Throws him in and takes him down. King Kong Bundy really going to work on his opponent. And I don't think his opponent expected that. This level of competition from the big man. He thought the big man, King Kong Bundy, was going to be a pushover, and he is not. And Bundy on the canvas now, being driven down and being manhandled by his opponent. And now King Kong Bundy being shown up by this young kid. And he doesn't like it. He cannot wait. Once he gets his win back, which could be now. It could be now. And here we go. Bundy picks him up. Fall away slam. Reversed. Bundy into the buckle, and Bundy is the victim of that insanity. Oh! No, Bundy out at one. Bundy's got plenty of life left in him. And King Kong Bundy out of the way of that. But does not escape that kick. And King Kong Bundy says it is imperative to... Oh man, Bundy now really being dealt with in a very violent way until that. And now Bundy comes on top with a Thesz press and piston lock punches. Now Bundy lifts up his opponent, and Bundy says it is time to bring him in the hard way, as he does. And Bundy goes for a wear down hold now. a choke to wear down his opponent, and does it help? No, because his opponent just leg dived him and did a leg drop onto him. But Bundy powers out, and now Bundy going to work on the arm of his opponent. And I don't think that his opponent expected, as I said, this fight from Bundy. But on this night where everybody is paying tribute to Mr. Wrestling 2, everybody is giving it their all. Because Mr. Wrestling 2 loved competition, and he loved the sport of professional wrestling. Oh, now Bundy lifts him up, snaps suplex. Bundy picks up his opponent. Bundy lifts him up. Oh, Death Valley driver on him. Now. One. No, absolutely not. Bundy fires him off. No, does not connect, but does connect with a series of insane strikes there and takes him down to the canvas. And now Bundy going up top. Connected. Now Bundy moves up his opponent and drops. He's dropped down with a reversal there. His opponent very, very versatile in the world of pro wrestling. And his opponent showing that versatility right now. He lifts him up. A moonsault now. No, no. He gets beat, does Bundy. Now that was a good match. That is professional wrestling done right. We're going to have another matchup in Mr. Wrestling 2's honor. Again, not a big deal here. We're going to... Alright, next opponent, next time, next competitor here. Our next opponent, our next warrior will be... Big Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson even wanted to pay a tribute to Mr. Wrestling 2. So after this match and the next match, which will feature Link, we will be wrapping things up here. Kind of a little early, but this will be a good fitting tribute to Mr. Wrestling 2. Man, what a epic night of wrestling this has been, and what an epic way to pay tribute to a great wrestler like Mr. Wrestling 2. Alright. Again, as we prepare for our next match, I do want to let everybody know that when the new consoles do come out, I plan on getting PS5, and I will be getting the Virtual Basement Wrestling game for sure, so I can stream it for you guys. But for the current gen, next month we get Legends or Retro Mania Wrestling. I will be playing that and playing the story playthrough on that, as well as 10 pounds of gold. I did reach out to RetroSoft Studios and I did ask Will Retromania Wrestling have online play to increase its longevity? I don't think it's going to. I think they're going to just stick to the basics. It would kind of, I think, honestly, in my opinion, that's going to hurt the game as a whole, because nowadays all wrestling games and all these fighting games have online modes. And here we go with our next match. Homer Simpson will be taking on Donald Trump. Okay, Donald Trump will be competing against Homer Simpson, and now Donald Trump is in a bad, bad way. He is not a Simpsons fan. And, Trump in a bad, bad way. Homer doesn't like Donald Trump that much as president, and Donald really showing his disdain for Homer, and Homer reversed that with a back body drop. That pile driver attempt went nowhere. Homer was having none of it. On this night of epic wrestling for Mr. Wrestling 2 in his memory, and man, so far it's been insane here tonight, folks. Oh! Boom. Now, Homer Simpson taken over by Donald Trump. Donald Trump now really going the extra mile to pulverize Homer. And if we have time, we will show you the link match. If not, we'll save it for next time on standby. Just like all professional wrestling used to be, this is how we're going to do this. Might be our main event of the evening. On time constraints. And now, Mr. Wrestling, or Homer Simpson now, really taking a beating. Again, Donald Trump wasn't a big Simpsons fan, and he's showing it by tearing up Homer Simpson now. Simpson. Oh, Donald Trump really taking it to Homer. Homer is not liking this at all, folks. Homer Simpson. The jawbreaker really took a lot out of the big man from Springfield, but he pops back up. No, he will not let Donald Trump on the top rope there. On fire and ready to go. What's up, Donald? Donald reversed that, kind of returning the favor from earlier when Homer reversed his pile driver into a back body drop. Donald reversed it, and Homer just returned the favor. Oh, Homer now angry at Donald for what he did to Marge, and Donald not really happy with what he's getting here. Homer not only paying tribute to Mr. Wrestling 2, but he is also getting revenge for Marge. Donald did something that was totally uncalled for to Marge, and Homer is not happy about it. Oh, Donald Trump comes off the top rope, something we thought we would never see. No! Homer kicks out. Homer kicked out at 2, and Homer Simpson now really having his way with the Donald. Yeah, Donald now. Really in a bad way, but he slips out of it. There's Donald, and Donald takes Hummer to the canvas. Up and down. Donald Trump takes the Hummer down with that DDT-like maneuver. And beats him. Alright. Hey, Aaron178, what is up, man? How are you doing, brother? We will be having that link match after all. The Donald wearing his health crisis mask, his PPE, took out Homer Simpson in an epic match. Ding, ding, ding. All right. Our main event of the evening will feature Link of The Legend of Zelda. And by the way, this will be our definitive online wrestling until things change. So, when that does happen, I'm hoping they'll leave these on for at least until the 2K Battlegrounds comes out.
Did you heard Paul Heyman fire?
Yeah, I did. I did hear about that. But I wonder what they're going to do, if they're going to bring him back as Brock Lesnar's advocate, or if they're going to pair him with somebody else. I think they should pair him with Shayna Baszler and let Paul Heyman work with her, because if she's booked right, she can really do some damage on the main roster. So Aaron1788, as you know, this is for Mr. Wrestling 2 and his passing. So what are your thoughts on Mr. Wrestling number 2, and what was your favorite Mr. Wrestling 2 memory?
Go other player.
Oh, we're in the warm-up stage here, folks. Boom. Up. Alright, our main event's coming up real hot and fresh for you. So, Aaron178, what do you think of tonight's Mr. Wrestling 2 tribute? Real quick before we go down to the ring. Up, and here it comes. Our main event is now. Link takes on Big Show right now. Alright, Big Show takes on Link. Here we go. Link comes in. What was that, Aaron1788? Alright, Big Show takes on Link. And Link now in a bad way. The Big Show also wanting to get into the Mr. Wrestling 2 tribute action. And this is how he did it. He did so by picking on Link and getting into this spot that was reserved for someone else. But Big Show was not having it and insisted on coming in here tonight and competing. And just like that, this match is over. What a kind of a fitting way kind of to end with a squash match here. Man. Alright, so we're going to be wrapping up here. This was the Remembering Mr. Wrestling 2 stream. I may come back next week with some Road to Glory. But for now, we're going to wrap things up here, just like they did back in the olden days. Rest in peace to Mr. Wrestling 2. You will be remembered and loved in the world of professional wrestling. For those of you watching at home, this has been Blind Metal Gamer.
I never even heard him before.
Saying so long, everyone, and good night from the Bluegrass State.